Shout out to all the lifers out here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Can't wait to see you in the live. Bang, bang, bang. Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? You know, I got to, who wants it? We'll get into the story in a little while. But, you know, life is tough, right? It's not always perfect. It's about how you deal with life that really makes life what it is, right? It's how you turn your energies into other energies. That's what it's all about, everybody. That's what you're really here for at the end of the day. So, you know, maintain. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you so much for being here with the cryptolifer. I'm the lifer. You're the lifers. I think we got a little more light in here. If I can get these two lights on. Bam. Just that a little more ambient light in here. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here on this beautiful Monday. So happy to be alive. So happy to be here. Thank you, dear Lord, for every single thing, every single moment that I have. Thank you for all my followers, all the people that show up, all the super chats we got last night, and every single thing that we were blessed with. 4,000 views on last night's video. People seem to really enjoy it. It got down to brass tacks. We did call the short to the downside. The short did eventually dump. We had that move. It was likely we were going to move to the downside. That was it. I did not see a lot of bullishness last night in the market. Let's break it down. I was looking at this DFYN. Something is keeping this thing in a funny little flag. I don't know. It's a little strange to me. To me, it's odd. It's more precarious than anything else. We'll talk about AGLD, which we thought would pump to the upside. It was one of the few coins that we actually had in the Gambit, and it went all the way to about 21%. It's actually still holding 11% gains from where we originally looked at it. So this coin's bullish compared to the rest of the market because it didn't give anything back. It's actually doing its thing. So kind of a retest here of the zone. I wouldn't be surprised if it continued to the upside. This is on the radar, AGLD. So one of the only coins holding gains. All right. Here's the Bitcoin short. And when we look at the short right now, look. Yes, it's high, but look, it's at the top of the channel. Could it make a shoulder, a head and a shoulder, just like Bitcoin's at the bottom of its channel on the 1 hour? So we're hoping Bitcoin can bounce to the top of its channel. Boom. And we flip this upside down, so we want Bitcoin to bounce up here while the short kind of fades to the downside. However, why am I looking at the short? Well, it's good to look at the short. Shout out to Dustin Cava. Shout out to Love Learning for always shining bright. Shout out to Dustin for the 333. We love you, Dustin. Thank you so much for being here on the live stream and kicking it with the lifer every single day. Nah, I'm messing with you. 359 people on the live, 159 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So look, we're at this resistance line here for the short, but the short is making look a nice little flaguito, and that is a flag if you ask me. Let's take a look at the 15-minute on the short, getting extended. Not where I would get it unless we're getting a bit of a short, unless we get a long squeeze, which would force Bitcoin to dump into a pinned oscillator, which is very well possible. We'll take a look at that in a second. 372 people, 184 likes. Can we get the likes with the watchers? Is this Monday? Is it Monday morning? Because it just feels like a strange day. I am in a hotel. You know, every time me and my wife make these last minute decisions, I'll be honest, this hotel, I'm gonna throw it down. I'm gonna throw it under the bus right now. I really am, because we're gonna try to bounce from this place. No, we really are. Because the pictures look really nice, but when you get here, it's like. And honestly, I slept wrong last night. My neck is in so much pain. And now I'm not at my stand-up desk. And so I'm just struggling right now in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why? Poor me. I get it. But, you know, sometimes home is just the best place to be. My wife gets restless. She wants to go somewhere. I was telling her, like, for me, see, I'm on a different road than most people. I'm into the channel. I'm into the trading group. I'm into my trades. Like, I'm in the zone. I kind of have what I like, you know. I used to be into just like everything else. Now I'm into the kind of my focus, and I just want to be focused. That's all. Nothing else, nothing more. And when I lose my focus, that's when I don't feel well. That's when I'm out of the zone. That's when I don't feel right. So everyone else is trying to gain this. Like, I want to go on vacation and relax. I'm not trying to relax like that. I'm really not. I did years of relaxing, doing whatever I wanted. I really did. I had a good job at night. Throughout the day, I did whatever I wanted, hung out. You know, it's just like, you're the man, Sam. Shout out to You're the Man, Sam. What a man he is. His energy, too. You too. Love you, bro. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you to all the blue crew. We got a huge blue crew today. Everybody blue in the game. David Kendall, Rodney Robinson, Love Learning, Philippe, Gregory the Sniper, Dustin Cava, Rodney Robinson, Wen Dizzle, Felipe. We got everybody in the game today. Thank you so much for coming on in. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Okay. 110 likes before the stream starts. Let's go. Yeah, why did you stop that dude from saying that? I thought that was legit. All right, 414 people. Everyone, you got to get the likes up. The likes are how you get me to 700 viewers. 1,000, whatever, 1,000 viewers. Get me to 1,000. Thank you for the 333. Starting off with the super chats. Much respected to you. So the short is in a big flag. If this flag maintains, we can see the short pump up. Let's see how much. So Bitcoin dumps. You take advantage of it by playing the short to the upside here. Bitcoin 3S. 15-minute has legs. 1 hour could be flipping on you. The 4 hour, obviously kind of getting extended above the zone, but I've seen huge moves come out of this regardless of where the stochastics is. So that's why it's about flag, support, and resistance. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, of course. Let's jump into BTC, USDT. And I might make this a little short. Okay, here's a vote. I could make the live stream today a little short. We could end it at like 11:15. Oh, no, 11:30. And then I could go live again tonight. We could have 2 live streams. We were thinking about doing a dual live stream a day, but I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I kind of yes and no. Yes, because I like it. No, because I like to keep it in the group. That's like 2 days of me pumping out. And that's the information to be pumping to the group. So it kind of entices people to join the Discord. A little bit of both, But so always thinking about pushing it to the next limit, though. So look, the 4 hour is flipping, but we were flipping here. And that got us only a pump to the top of the channel. We were flipping here. That got us to a pump to the top of the channel. So the last 2 times we saw this same occurrence here below the dotted line with the curve, we did pump to the top of the channel. So that's what we're hoping for Bitcoin. 21,800 dumpage, though. I called for a dump this morning right when I woke up. I said, it doesn't look good. Bearish. I said, looking like we're bearishly retesting that right there and falling to the downside. However, there's hope. What is the hope? The hope is that we double bottom here. Bottom. And the 15-minute has also double bottom. Can we make a move back to the upside? Here's the deal. If the 15-minute cannot get above 22,145, I'd be looking to short this in an M pattern to the downside. So watch that. Okay. Then what we would be doing here is we'd be making this type of bear flag pattern. That would break us to the downside too as well. You see? So we already got a bit of a measured move here all the way down to 21,200. Remember, we have a POC down here. If you remember correctly, I'll draw it for you just in case you may have forgotten. But I'm like an elephant. I do not forget. Elephants do not forget. But there it is, popping in right here. You got a POC at 21,900. And then these are the 2 zones. The 21,000, right? 200 area. And that 21,100. And then this big chunk of liquidity here, right? At 20,800 to about 21,000. It's kind of moved a little bit since we had our move before. It was 20,500 even. So these are your 2 areas you're likely to hit for support. All right. Right here and right here, because you can see there's just big nodes of liquidity hanging out down there. So right now, red zone, look at that, dumpage continuing, and I just called for a dumpage, and look, it's continuing to dump, massive dump for Bitcoin, and that's how they get you, Look at that, massive dump on a Monday morning. And if we look at the S&P, the Dow Jones, yeah, it just, you know what it is? Everyone is speculating the rate hike is going to be vicious, 1.25. I think it's going to be bigger than, I believe it's going to be bigger than people believe. And I'll tell you why. Because they believe they have to look stern even though they have no control. I'm going to tell you 100 times they lack control. I'm going to run on as a president on this 10, 12 years from now. I'm going to destroy the entire industry. I'm telling you right now. And I'm either going to go down in fire or I'm going to go down in history, whatever. But I'm going to put my foot for the man, for the little guy. And whatever we got to do to survive, we're going to do it. So I love each and every one of you. This will be a long-awaited battle. And look, this was a double bottom, but that negates the double bottom. You continue to the downside here on a massive dump. I mean, massive dump for Bitcoin here. And you can see this is Bitcoin's last stand. In my humble opinion, if it doesn't hold this area as a double bottom, it's going all the way back down here to 21,000 and losing just the beautiful move that it had recently to the upside. Let's take a look at the bigger time frames to calm down a little bit, see what's happening on the all-time history index, and look at the daily. Slow down for the daily. I'll delete all my other work here too. So we got that strong support bar for the daily right about here. We're beginning to enter it now. You can see, this is where this candle closed right here. We're headed right to that. We break that area and we head to these nodes. The sad thing is, what it does is a few things. Number one, you broke this flag that was somewhat making it, maintaining a flag here, which was nice. That flag's over unless you wick back into it. You are touching the 21-day moving average, which is something that you had to do, though, in a bit of a, I always talk about that. Price action has to revisit the 21. Usually it revisits the 21 on the daily, and we'll go even lower, though. So, again, the 4-hour, too, we needed to maintain above the 200-day moving average. We did not. It's another reason for massive bearishness, because once you get above the 200, you could be bullish. You go back below the 200 again, you have to be bearish. That's it. That's it. So I'm a bear below the 200. I'm a bull and I'm beginning to be a bull. All right. Also, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's slanted, twisted, upside down. You got shoulder. You've got a head. You've got a shoulder. And massive move to the downside here. Bang, bang, bang. So head and shoulder to the downside. Bang. Also brought you to this area on the node. All right. So there's your measured move. All the way back down to 19,000. Also, rising wedge. Right? Rising wedges break to the downside. They head all the way back down to where they began. All right. So this is kind of your last line in the sand here. Bitcoin's last stand right here where we're at. You can see. If we don't hold 21,750 area, if we decide to dump to the downside. Now, what could save us? Well, the 4 hours very oversold. All right? Very oversold. And even though it's not perfect, that's a sharp swing up. And to me, that's like Class C, what's called Class C hidden bullish divergence. It's not the best, though. I wish it was a little better than that. I'm almost not even going to call it hidden bullish, but it's slight. Like it has the beginnings of hidden bullish, right? So the rising wedge broke to the downside. The daily time frame revisiting its previous high. And again, like we say too, we're about to enter back inside this pattern on the daily. And you enter back in this pattern on the daily time frame, it's no good. It's no good. It says you're basically at the top again. Once you enter a pattern, you have to believe you're where you are in the pattern again. So you enter back in even a bit. You're back as you came to the top and never left. So you come back in here, right here, it's as if you never left, and you're headed back down to the bottom of the pattern. The daily has a lot of gas to suggest that we will dump to the downside here, okay? And then we'll be back where we started again, all right? And there's no reason to think that Bitcoin can't dump. That's why when everyone sees this little pump here and they get excited, I always tell everyone, be careful. Just trade what you see, everybody. Trade what you see. Deep breaths. But at the end of the day, that'll turn into a bear flag, and that bear flag has a 68% chance of break to $9,332.69. So that's just, you have to, this is it. This is what it is. Now, a reason why I believe there could be a bounce is because you usually get a bounce when the moving averages are super far apart. See, when the 21 and the 200, you bounce back to the 200 on the daily time frame. Here you get away from them, you bounce back to. You usually get a dump on the daily when the moving averages got tight. So, or, at the same time, we could continue to trend to the downside, But you'd expect to bounce back to the 200, back to this area of liquidity, and back to this high power node. But the thing was, we left the node. Once we left this big node, assumed we would get to the bigger node, but we got rejected. Just couldn't get the gas. It wasn't there. And then we should have got a little bit of a bounce here, which we attempted. But it's really not a lot of support here. So there's not a lot of support or resistance for the daily. All right. So it's very likely you break in this pattern, you head back down to 19,400. Very, very likely. And you got momentum on the stochastics RSI. All right. Check out the 4 hour. the end of the day, there's nothing huge about this move because like it was just pattern trading one-on-one on the 4-hour. As long as the 4-hour maintains this area too, we're okay. So like that's the bullish case right now is that we maintain. Look, bounce, bounce. So far we're holding this bottom trend line. So it's likely we will bounce to the upside on the trend. All right, back to up around here to this node in this area about 22,400, right? However, now we have heavy resistance for Bitcoin. Clear as day right here on the daily too. So you have daily resistance for Bitcoin at 22,900 to, I'd call it 22.8 even, 22.8 to 3,000. This node real quick. So this area, 22,750 to 22,800, that's heavy resistance for Bitcoin now. Hands down, right? And then you broke even below this area. So you even got a little resistance at 22,110, 22K. Yeah, so 22K, 22,750 are now big resistance areas for Bitcoin. That if the bulls can't get above, expect more downside. So if you cannot get above this zone, so what we're looking for is what is this? We're looking for that pump back up on the 4-hour. And a bit of an elongated M. It won't be the best M, but it'll be like a flatter middle M. But still, we'll get double rejection at this area and then a tumble to the downside. We want to see how much momentum we get when this 4-hour resets back to the upside. We have to get a full 4-hour reset. It's been a while since we got the 4-hour to reset again. So still in a falling wedge that breaks out 68% of the time, I have to say. Still in somewhat of a flag here. But at the same time, I mean, holding on to some hopium at the end of the day. Like, that's holding on to hopium. All right. So what do I see happening today, Monday? One of the worst times to trade is Monday morning in Sunday night into Monday morning. Most volatile times to trade. I talk about it to my trading group. If you're new and you just joined, now you're like, that's why he says that, huh? And it never ceases to amaze me how insanely volatile and vicious trading is on a Monday morning. It's just nasty. It's absolutely nasty. Expecting a bit of a bounce here, but I don't know. You know, I'm not, we could even get a bearish retest of this area here. Now you have just local resistance too. So you're sitting with local resistance at about, what is the area here? At about 21,900. Yeah, 22K. I mean, so if you don't get above 22K, you can kiss this soul, you know. So hoping for some type of double bottom here. That's it. That's all you can maintain. That's the structure that we're looking for, and some type of divergence. Let's see if we have any divergence. We do have divergence on the 15-minute. What is divergence? It's swing down to swing down. From this swing to this swing, you have a downtrend. And then you take the trajectory of the RSI and you do swing to the upside, which suggests you will have somewhat of a bounce, but it doesn't guarantee anything. And when you're in a downtrend too, it doesn't mean you know, it doesn't give you much hope. Just joined the 99 gang. Cryptolifer. Can you check out Uni? The price is right. Yeah, Uni's been doing great. Shout out to the Bombo for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for jumping on in. And thank you much for joining the 99. Much respect to you and yours. I will work so hard for $3.33 a day. I will be at your beck and call. I'll do everything I can. And I'll produce. What's up, Muser? Yo, David, I'm settled at least until this winter. Shout out to Crypto Muser in the game. My man. Getting back into my grind. Video coming out later today. My man. Finally moved back into my house in Boston. Right? Starting it. So, yeah, you got back from Naples and you're ready to go. I'm in Hyannis, man. We should kick it. You're not that far from me, right? We could kick it today. I'm in Hyannis right now. Yeah. Bro, we're having a big week in financial markets. GDP announcement, Fed rate hike, big week for earnings, and monkey. Ah, come on, don't even do that. Yeah, don't even bring it up, man. Sam, look at ADA too, please, anytime. I got to send in a super chat, my friend, please. Vladin Antonov, Budu is Zaprosh. Yeah, we're having a huge week. You're doing awesome, bro. Reread my text a few times today, bro. Thank you so much. Love you, man. Super chats, Uni. Hit me up later for sure. Shout out to Crypto Muser in the house. My man. My man. No, I don't want you to take up the whole screen. Thank you. KuCoin insolvent. I mean, come on, man. Everyone's freaking out about insolvency in the market. KuCoin. That would be the word. That would break my heart. Everyone knows me. That would absolutely break my heart. Rising wedges, if they break down, falling wedges, when they break down in like a straight dumpage. This would fall down all the way to 21,500 to the downside. So expecting a bounce on the stochastics in this double bottom And no matter what happens, if you can't get back above 22,000, expect more downside. And that's kind of my you know, easy down and dirty, because, you know, that's going to take care of you for the next hour or two. You know, the 50 minutes either going to bounce and get rejected by this area here or even by the top trend line, right? 4 hours not in your favor. And honestly, you could short the daily. We've already been talking about, you really should have opened up a short a long time ago if you were going to short the daily time frame. I personally wasn't shorting the daily. It wasn't, I saw some signs that the 4 hour was conflicting. It wasn't, I short the daily when the 4 hour and the 1 hour were high. I mean, actually, that was your, right there, when the 4 hour and the daily were high, RSI was high, yeah, that was time to short the daily right there, to be honest, you know. But there were some mixed signals too, and we've been going up and down, and they've been doing liquidations back and forth. It's been some sketchy business, so even though it looks perfect and easy when you look back on it, sometimes it's not that easy, you know. We've been doing really, honestly, throughout this down period, this last 7 days, a lot of altcoins have been popping, right? So in my humble opinion, actually, I've made some of the best trades last few days. Bond was hitting for massive. We made $2 grand for Bond 3-4 days ago. So we were focused on the coins that mattered while Bitcoin was just dribbling out. And that's what we're going to continue to do no matter what. There's still going to be opportunity in the market. I was surprised. I thought there was going to be less opportunity in the market. I'll be honest. I thought the trading group was going to just, you know, I had visions, you know, Bitcoin's going to dump. Who knows? And then we made gain after gain. We called the Luna dump, and then things just, as the market went down, our trading group and the lifers went up, and we just found that there was opportunity at any given moment in time, you know? So I am calling a bounce back for Bitcoin right now on the 15-minute, because I'm seeing a double bottom and I'm low on the falling wedge. So calling for a bounce back for Bitcoin. However, if we don't get above this zone right here, 20,000, 22,111 area, or even these two nodes, you can see we have to battle these two high volume nodes, you know? So you're going to battle 21,009, 22K. If you can't get above 22K, I would expect more downside for Bitcoin. So that would basically be an M, you know, that we could slap in a bit of a flag as well. So you'd have an M here, and you know, slap it into a bare rectangle, and you'd be taking your measured move to the downside, you know. Sometimes I like using the highlighter, right? It just makes it real apparent. It's like Legos for, you know, and that would take you all the way back to 20,700. All right, and be dealing with those other two high volume nodes that we dealt with for like 2 weeks straight on and off. All right, so that's that is my forecast for Bitcoin for the next 2-3 hours. Pumps to the upside, high likely to get rejected by this area at 22,125. Why is that? Well, the S&P doesn't look too good. Let's take a look at the S&P as well. The E-mini futures. AR looking good on the higher time frames, but Bitcoin can ruin it, definitely. And that's what I love what he just said, everyone. If you're a beginner, because you join a trading group, you get in, right? You get in, you see some setups, and they play out. So you get into another setup, or you make your own setup. You start learning what's going on. One thing hits, one thing plays out, another thing plays out. Everybody, we have 563 people on the live, 283 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. It would be the greatest thing you could do for your day, because you would send karma my way. And I'm going to do the best I can for you. You could do the best you can for me. Together, we make that move together, right? Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. And is the camera still working? We're all good to go. Everything is in place. Let's take a look here. Yeah. There we go. Must be funny to see me in a little room like this, right? But it is what it is. It knows it's the dedication that matters. It's the dedication to the craft, the dedication to the constant moves. And it's not easy, you know. I go to a hotel, and literally you can only imagine being in a hotel room with me. Like, it's not easy, because I got all this equipment. I was doing the update yesterday. It was so funny right here. My little baby yelled during the live stream last night. It didn't seem to matter. People must have loved it. It got more views. It started to get more views than the other. Even though it was it had low viewership, which is strange, but it got a lot of views because people weren't there on the live, but when they woke up, they went to see it. You know. No karmic debt, baby. Yeah, hit that like button and get rid of the karmic debt. You're gonna do the right thing, and honestly, do the right thing for somebody else. Right? Thank you. Because someone learns how to trade, someone learns what are falling wedges, someone learns how to maintain proper risk management, someone learns how to not to go nilly-willy and just, you know, use their emotions and do whatever they want. They become a better trader, they learn, you know. So just like this, see this here? It looks like we're making one of those same scenario here, and we'll bounce to the upside. Kind of a fractal action if we must, you know, for Bitcoin. And there's no guarantees, and that's why I'm always talking about the levels to watch. In case this happens or that happens. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. All right? No clue. Not at all. I know the probabilities with the oscillators. I know the highest probabilities of what my oscillators tell me, and I've been using them for years. So I believe that gives me a little bit of an edge, and that's it. And I go from there. Everything else is hogwash. Straight up. Yep. The bathtub that you wash the pig in, and then that's it. It's the hogwash. Bison 9, not sure it'll be stronger than the Bitcoin after September. The one little short piece yesterday, when you show yourself setting up everything, then you talk about how you work right next to your family and fire your boss. In that part of the video, you need this. Yeah. Then one little short piece yesterday, show yourself setting everything up. Then you talk about how you work next to your family and fire your boss. What a weirdo. What? Anyway, I don't need to do anything. So when anyone says you need or have to, I never do anything like that, you know. In that part of the video, you need to snip. What? I don't know. Man, a year from now, I'm never going to remember that stuff. Come on, man. Get your head out of the sand, my brother. Special sauce. What's up, Liver? Shout out to Chusei Crypto, my man. Good to have you back, Muser. Muser back in the house after his Naples adventure. Amazing, 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 amazing. And look at the likes. Look at the likes. You know what they are. 333. Oh, they just moved. But they were at 333 a second ago. It was awesome. I love that. Shout out to everybody here. We have 230 people afraid of that like button like it's going to break their finger. Don't worry. Only Roddy Robinson may break your finger. If you don't hit the like button. You know, you never know. Anyway, the best thing that you could do is do that. So we are getting the bounce from 21,700 back to 21,850, slowly but surely. But again, it's got to be a strong bounce. Let's see the move. We do see the bullish divergence, which I've already showed you. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. We should get a push up with the stochastics. Lack of bullish momentum on the MACD. But again, if Bitcoin can't get above 22,106, look for more downside. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right. And the music stops. That was perfect, wasn't it? Doesn't always happen like that. That's why you got to cherish that. Look, another little pump there to 21,859 for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at ES1, the E-mini futures, which, front runs Bitcoin so well. And we take a look at the 15-minute, and the 15-minute dumped. And I just showed you it was likely to take a massive dump here, the 1 hour, and we dumped fast and furiously. Look at that. And that's kind of Bitcoin's dump as well. And you can see it's inside of this channel. Up, down, up. Back to the downside here for BTC. All right. And so this is what we're in right now until we're not. S&P. Look at it's making too, which I do not like to see. It's kind of a complex, bigger idea here, but you got like this kind of shoulder. You got this double top king head. Look, I can get us out of this in 1 second. You just got to maintain. Be back. How did he maintain? Look. Just maintain. But look at that. And this is, to me, making a head and shoulder pattern that wants to dump to the downside. You got a massive downside here for the S&P. However, it's not all bad. Because we did breach this long-term trend line here that we were fighting for such a long time for the S&P. Let me double-click this and make it the whole screen. But you can see, we were getting rejected, and we broke above it now. So look, we're out of it. Clear as day, in my humble opinion. Trying to say we're still in it this way and say that we faked out the first time. No, even have this one here, see? Now I want to look at the S&P. Strong support for the S&P at 3741. This is a double bottom that has a bigger measured move. And let's zoom in here now. So you can see the big picture. So now we can kind of go into the small picture and see where we're at. See, now you can see that shoulder, head, and the shoulder. It's not perfect, but it's there. You flip it upside down, that's an inverted. You see? Don't play yourself. Always invert the chart. Show yourself what you could be seeing, what you may not be wanting to see. okay? So resistance, I mean, look, you can see we have strong, that support right there, because previous resistance becomes new support. S&P must hold. If it doesn't hold the zone, you can see what's going to happen. We're going to take a nasty dump. And so we're in this right here, in this flag. Take a look at what the 4 hours looking like. 4 hour wants to punch back to the upside, so it's like they could be making a lot of fear. Usually they don't want you to know they're going to pump, so they're going to create fear and anguish before a move. We are above a high volume node too. As long as we stay above this zone, it's likely we head back up here to 41,000. So it's very similar, and that's Bitcoin back to 28,000, 30K. You see? Same kind of scenario going on for Bitcoin. Like, it didn't fully collapse yet. As I said, you know. So same thing here. Can the S&P hold court? Can it maintain and not dump? 1 hour is low right here, but it's, you know, okay, it got a dump, but, and it could even come all the way right here. That's fine. To 39,337. And that would still be in a flag for the S&P, which would actually be somewhat bullish for Bitcoin. 15 minutes since it's spent said that's enough. Tells me that we may get a V-shaped recovery here for the S&P and Bitcoin to the upside. So the S&P sheds a little bit of light into BTC. And look, resistance, and we're holding the support with this high volume node right here at about 39,050, 3,950, and 3,950. Think about it. The 50s are always significant support regions, the 100 to the 150s areas. So that's something we're looking at too as well. All right. 568 people on the live, 367. 200 people just afraid of that like button. I tell you right now, the like button helps my legacy grow. I want to make $10 billion. All right. I want to give $9 billion away. All right. I still want to leave $1 billion to my kids. Let them do whatever they want with it. They can make a legacy. Hopefully they can make another $9 billion out of that $1 billion, and then they can give away another $9 billion. That's what I'm going to teach them. So that's why I'm going to leave them with a bill. All right. Here's the deal. So help me give away $9 billion. That's the goal of this channel, to give away $9 billion around the world, to get water to the people that need it, to find ways to clean the plastics out of the oceans. Whatever we have to do, we're going to do it. We're going to find the people, the smartest people in the world. We're going to hire them. We're going to give them the best quality of life. And we're going to say, figure this out. Here's a good salary. So we're going to raise and we're going to make $9 billion, $10 billion. All right. That's my goal. That is my goal. I've set it in my head. I'm going to die trying. I shouldn't say try. I'm going to die on my way to doing it, or I'm going to do it. Those are the only scenarios in my life that I'm willing to actually create as reality. That's the only reality that exists. You'll live in any reality that you believe in. That's the reality that I truly believe will happen to me as long as I stay focused and stay on point. So, can we give away $9 billion? I believe we can. Put a thumbs up if you believe we can give away $9 billion. And I say we because it's going to take a collective effort. I'm going to have a company of 100 people or more. Who knows? We're going to have to grow one step at a time. Who here believes? Put a thumbs up if you believe we can give away $9 billion. We can create a company that will give away $9 billion, create a legacy on this earth, and be remembered for the rest of, for hundreds of years to come. People will be like, the lifers, Sam Price, maybe your name will be on the wall with me. What do you want to contribute to the dream? I can't wait to see you there, I see a bunch of thumbs up right there. Bang, bang, bang. We're going to give away $9 billion. We can together. This guy says, whatever you say. See, some people are just like, I'm telling you right now, you need to have gigantic dreams. Dream as big as humanly possible because there's no other way you can do it. You must create a reality that you want to live in. Dude, what is the difference? No, I tell you what, right now. What is the difference between a guy making 80 grand a year, let's just say, who has no idea how to invest, knows nothing, okay, but has a dream of being somewhere different, who works a 9 to 5 in the cubicle, right? Who eventually joins a trading group, learns how to trade, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars trading, finds a way to save money, teaches himself financial freedom, teaches himself the history of money, understands Bitcoin, equates all, starts buying gold and silver, starts trading gold and silver, takes that knowledge to trading crypto, starts trading cryptocurrency, starts a YouTube channel, becomes well known in the YouTube space, gets put on BitBoy and some of the biggest channels in the world, and then has a 700 group of people around the world that he mentors. If this guy right here, sitting in a cubicle, can end up being the guy here that I'm describing, then how come this guy here now with the YouTube channel and the life can't get to 9 billion, $10 billion? I mean, to me, it's just so obvious. If you can make this jump, then why can't you make that jump? To me, they're just, I can see the difference, but I don't see the difference, man. I personally, to me, I don't see it. You know, if 2 plus 2 can equal 4, then 4 plus 4 can equal 8. 8 plus 8 can equal 16. And, 160 plus 160 can be 320. And, 1 million plus 1 million can be 2 million. The math is less important than the move. And I always say that, So S&P making a bit of a flag here. Can it maintain? It is bouncing back to the upside. V-shaped recovery for the S&P after this onslaught of the Monday morning sell-off. My goodness. And honestly, that could create good entries for the altcoins. So, pointing to the downside here on the 15-minute, attempting to collapse here is the phantom short. Looking at this flag, though, if that short maintains, this could continue to the upside. If you can attract $6, you could attract 6 billion. Question is why billionaires aren't doing it. Love your lifer, fam. What up, Chusei? Ain't nothing, homie. You got this. Thank you. Dustin, you're awesome. Love your vibes. I see the same thing, man. We can do this together, and we're going to do it. Sam Price for president. I love you. Shout out to Dominic Patanakak. Wait, no. Let me zoom in here. Yeah. Pottencock. Right? Pottencock. Yeah. I hope I said that right. So $10 in Super Chats, 422 likes, 562 people on the live. So we're looking at the phantom short that could continue to the upside. However, I don't like where that 4 hour is. 4 hours spent, I wouldn't open up a short there. Every time we open up a short when the 4 hours that high, dumpage. But anything could happen. That's why I maintain flags in smaller time frames. They give you confirmation. Wait for the 1 hour to come on down. Set an alert for the 1 hour on the stochastics RSI. Let that come on down, and we'll take a look at it at another time. But look at all the shorts winning right now. Market kind of in shambles. Everybody's waiting. We got earnings in multiple stocks today. Multiple earnings. And look, there's awesome people here in the chart and in the Discord giving you great information. My Discord is just a great place to meet awesome people. Going to give you really, really good information. So do I see a trade right now? What do I see happening in the market? Let's see. It's all short. So let's look for the reddest coin and see if we can get a bit of a bounce here. Let's see what's up. I mean, Phantom 3L, right? If Bitcoin bounces back, Phantom 3L bounces back just as nice. We took that for gains yesterday, massive gains. I mean, it was one of the biggest wins of the day, right? Gave it all back, of course, on the Sunday night to Monday volatility, but that's just what happens, right? So look, you could be in this flag, or honestly, to me, it makes more sense to be in this. And that could get tight and then act like it was never outside of the flag and then pump to the upside on the, So look for tightness here. Very tight moving averages, very tight action. And as long as it maintains above this node here. Phantom 3L on the 1 hour. 4 hour too, they both are hugging the lower trend line, right? Moving averages getting very tight. And the 50 about to cross the 200, which is a golden cross, which is interesting. So I know we should be bearish, and I know it should be all bad. But when the 1 hour, I just do the same things over and over again. And when the 1 hour and the 4 hour are this low, oversold, there's likely you get a bit of a bounce at one point, So 1 hour, look, pushing to the upside with momentum. 4 hours low. Let's take a look at our 15-minute. 15-minute also wants to push to the upside, and we are getting that push. Again, this is Bitcoin, This is a Bitcoin, and again, we need to get above the zone. So this is the smaller flag that we're actually in. Look. Right here, and honestly, you're just oscillating that into the downside. And if we'll take the conservative measured move because it is a 3L token, doesn't have as much history in it in itself, if you know what I mean. Like a coin that started at 10 cents, went to $20, blah blah blah. And look, I never yawn. It's the hotel room. It's no oxygen in here, so I'm yawning to try to get more oxygen. That's what it is in this closed little area. It's just not the same, as being at home when I have I just got so much air around me, and I'm surrounded by hundreds of trees. That's why it's hard to go anywhere, man. I go to some place where I'm less comfortable than my house. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm less comfortable than my house. Pointless. you know. So that's the story. We went to the hotel. We just really weren't happy with it, honestly. So my wife's going to do her thing and say, you know, we're not happy, blah, blah, blah. See what happens, you know. See if we can get a refund for the nights that we're going to leave and just see if we can check out. But she's going to get charged already for the next day, though, if she doesn't check out today, which is pointless. So, you know, I don't know. You know. Anyway. Because you'd have to check out right now, you know. She hasn't thought about that anyway. It's pointless. It's like, so you're going to have to give them a day anyway. What was the hotel? It wasn't that expensive, honestly. So, and I should have known too. Like, if you're not to be rude, I'm going to make a statement, and this is going to sound rude, but I'm talking about real life here. You pay less than $350 to $400 a night. It's just not. You're not going to have staff that are that happy to be around you. Like this place, we walked in, the staff was like this. Never made eye contact with my wife while she booked the room. It's just, you know, it's not good, you know. It's not good, you know. And honestly, if the owner, see, the thing is, I'd love to find the manager, the owner of this hotel, and look them dead in the face and be like, the owner specifically, because you know what? It's the owner that creates the vibe. If you show up every day, if you hire the right people, if you create, you know, good vibrance, but if you don't care, then you're going to hire a manager that doesn't care, and then the whole place is just going to go down the tubes, you know. And honestly, you could tell it was from COVID. This place probably had a pretty good run, and then COVID probably took it down, and then it just never really recovered. I recently started looking at your videos. Could you TA San? I'm still learning how to trade and wanted to hear your thoughts. Habib Song. I'm an audit manager for Holiday Inn Express, and anytime you need rooms, let me know. I'll put you in the King Suite. Dude, I need a room. We might need a room today, dude. Damn, that's amazing. I'm an audit manager for Holiday Inn Express. Dude, that's awesome. They're actually, I mean, honestly, the Holiday Inns and the Holiday Inn Expresses, they're not that bad. They're actually, you guys have stepped your game up. I'll have to be honest with you. Holiday Inn used to be like, but you know what? There's some Holiday Inns that have been revamped and looked really nice, and they're actually better than most hotels. So I'll give it to you guys. You did pretty good. So look, AVAX 3L. Matt, and you know, if you know, and again, you're buying into fear. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index on alternative.me. Alternative.me, everyone. That's where you want to be going. And look, that's at a 30. I mean, that's pretty high for Bitcoin. You know, I want to be buying Bitcoin down here. So let's get some more fear back in the game. Like, who here wants more fear so we can buy Bitcoin a little cheaper than it is, right? So, but look, there's Bitcoin pumping. As we suggested, I started the live stream saying I believe we'll get a bit of a pump here. I want to see us break this trend line to the upside. If we do, that's our first step out of, we got to break this. If we don't break this, then you're headed back down, and then you could actually make the measured move of the downside all the way here. So you got to break this trend line. So far, so good. But again, we must get back above 22,100 if we do not. And I'm just not feeling a big push here. You're right. IH3 took it over and ramped it up. They're nice, actually. It's not normal Holiday Inn. I know. Yeah, exactly. They got taken over by International Hotel Group. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Holiday Inns rock and pools, breakfast and comfy bed and Airbnb all the way. I have to be comfy and open. Yeah, I do Airbnbs only. My wife is all about the hotel, and I tell her no, Airbnb. I need the backyard. You know, like last night I tried to go for a walk here. Like they went to bed after the live, and I get so ramped up. I need to go outside. I need to do something. So I go for a walk, and like the neighborhood was dead. I was 11 minutes from like the closest strip, and there was like one person on the street. And like honestly, like I was like a tough guy. I've been in 100 different street fights, but as I get older now, I'm just like I thought I might have gotten robbed last night. Like it was weird, and like I'm in a beach community. But there was a sketchy vibe out there. And I was like, I walked around for like 5 minutes, and I was like, there's nothing to do out here. I was like, there wasn't even just like a convenience store to walk into. Like there was nothing to do. And I looked down and up, and I was just like, what am I going to do? And I just went back into my hotel room, went to bed. Like I was like, so, you know, and like it's just, you know, and we sound like I'm complaining. I get it. I'm so happy about life. It doesn't matter where you are. No matter what you're doing, you can always enjoy yourself, you know? And I believe that. So I go with that. Let's look at acid reality here. We'll see what this thing says, and we can change up the game, right? Acid reality. 21,900 as Bitcoin does get the pump as suggested back to the upside here. S&P also looked bullish. So there you go. Give you a little light in the tunnel. Also, how do we know that was going to bounce? Well, we gave you the bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. 9 out of 10 times gives you a bit of a pump to the upside. Doesn't mean it's always going to be huge. Doesn't mean you're going to get above resistance. Doesn't mean you're going to just flat out break through everything in the world. But it does mean you could get a bit of a move. And this looks a lot like what we're seeing down over here and right here. This move here at the bottom of the channel. It's likely you bounce all the way back to the top of the channel for Bitcoin, back up to 22,500. When you feel the fear, most people don't want to get into trades. But that's when you really, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I like to use the fear to get into a trade. That's the best time to want to be entering into a trade, is with the fear. You use that fear to make a move. Shout out to the 600 people on the live. Thank you so much for being here. 451 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Did you say, I believe we will get a pump there? Yeah, I believe the oscillator. Yeah, you're right. The chart conveys, all right, due to the 4-hour chart conveys pattern trading and what the chart that we will get a bounce to the upside. However, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't believe anything. You're right. I believe nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Thanks, homie. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper in the game. Yep. I'm in Brewster. Call Cape Cod. Come down to my house. Listen to you live stream every day and learn so much. I live in Brewster. Call Cape Cod. I'm in Hyannis right now, man. Shout out to Sammy. Thanks, East Jordan, as well for the coordination. Super chats, Uni and Sand. Let's take a look at Uni and Sand. So I believe the 4-hour can get a bounce back to the upside. We are getting it so far on the 15. However, we're going to monitor the smaller time frames, because if we don't get above this resistance here at 22,000, you can kiss all this movement right out the window, right? All right. And honestly, this 15-minute could just be hitting this channel here like so. We may just be coming right back down. I don't feel a lot of bullishness today. You know, you can feel the vibrance of the mood. Anything's possible, but you don't I don't see the bulls charging back, you know, and that's why I said this is the last stand. Really good thumbnail. I thought my team did great on the thumbnail. Hilarious thumbnail. Made it look like the 300 with we're trying to block, you know. But any Discord beeps in Jacksonville, St. Augustine area. Live chat reading suffers when he is at the hotel. He needs that home court advantage, right? You're funny. Well, I need to bring my glasses, you know. It's just smaller over there. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Emery. The picture of you in the thumbnail is dope. Thank you. Love the content. Thank you. Do you know much about IOTX? No, I didn't mind it. I mean, Internet of Things. IOTX is going to be like a decentralized exchange. Also has NFTs and a lot of stuff going on. I used to be a big IOTX head. Like, I was all over it. I thought it was like the coolest thing since sliced bread. It kind of calmed down a little bit for me. I was bullish on it the last few days. Remember, it was in this bit of a nice flag here. Fell out the flag with Bitcoin. We could open it up, though, and say it's still inside of a flag here. And it's just at the bottom of it now. It looks bullish to me. Why? Because the daily, right? I believe the daily was oversold. And it's still pointing down. Touching the 21-day moving average in the daily. You have a high volume node right there. Look bullish to me there. 4 hours very oversold and a bit of a flag there, too. IOTX up 24%. I've been watching it recently. If it can maintain this support zone, look, resistance. If it contain, it fell through, yeah. See, it fell through the resistance. Now it's touching the 200-day moving average, and it's sketchy. Okay, we have the Fed meeting on the 27th, I believe, the 26th. Let me get I got it all written down here in the Discord. Let's break it down. But we got Fed meetings. We got a lot of stuff coming our way. So look, important dates. So the 13th was inflation data, and that's when it was announced. And it was 8.6 last month. The projection for inflation is 8.8. If the inflation rate is more than this, it'll affect the markets in a negative way. 27th June. Now, I don't understand why the inflation rate going up is affected, because Bitcoin, we want the inflation rate to continue to go up. We want, right? We want inflation to continue so people will realize that Bitcoin's better. I don't get it. 27th of July, interest rate hike will be announced. As per the meeting, the Fed expects it to be 50 to 75. If it's more than 75, we will see a significant market pullback. At 50 basis points, we might see some relief, like as last month, it was 75, right? You know, I'm feeling a 1 point basic hike, basic point, but you never know. So the 28th, the GDP numbers will be released. Previously, it was 1.5% with the inversion of the yield curve. We're already at the door of a recession. And with the GDP forecast of negative growth in this quarter, there will be a recession that can last 6 to 12 months. That's just what's happening. You know, if you're new, please watch, you know, all the learning videos. Look, I got so many learning videos, everybody. Check them out. Look at this. If you check into the bootcamp, and these are free. These learning videos are free. Absolutely free. All right? Like, please, just jump on in there free. So you don't even need to become a lifer. You can just join my Discord free and jump in here. These are free. Then if you like what's going on, you can see what the Discord provides you. You can join that. And if you like all that, then you can watch the gains for a few days and check out the gains. Just watch the gains because you'll have access to this for free. See how many gains we're making. Like yesterday, we took bond for 9%. We scalped it quickly from 9:30 to 11 in the morning. Phantom 3L. Banged on them, right? 34% gains yesterday. We got it in at 10 at night, and by 8 the next night, we were ready to rock. So in 24 hours. Jupe banged for 36% gains out of this tight move to the upside. BH3L, I don't know, Bitcoin Cash 3L, I don't know why. It was looking super bullish, and it went up even more, actually, 20% at the end of the day. Phantom looked bullish, and it went up 5%. We played Phantom 3L. Store looked bullish, banged out. And it looked like it was going to go parabolic. Like out of this move, it slowly, and then it would hit the gain, you know, a little later. Gal, out of nowhere, this Galaxy digital coin, Galaxy, whatever, I don't even care what it was. It was in a tight wedge. Bang, it boomed up for 19% gains. So the last few days, we've just been pulling. Axie 3L was in a beautiful flag. Suggested it could go up even more. Once it broke out, it did for 25% gains. Dematria, which is in a pullback there onside of Fibonacci for 14. You know, Phantom 3L again we played. It was tight in this channel. It would break up from the top of the channel to the upside for 24% gains. And Bond, how could we forget this parabolic move for Bond? 74% gains. And we called it just the other night. It was an amazing move. And we took Bond for gains the other day. Look, Beefy banged on him for 55%. It was in this tight wedge. No stop loss got hit in any of these trades. Starly banged. It was tight. No stop loss got hit. 18% gains. Mahadao, right? And I'm trying to find that other Bond trade, the first Bond trade. Really, was it that long ago? When we first hit Bond for like massive gains? Right there. 85% gains for Bond on the 19th. So look, we've hit so many trades. Storage for 9. Epic Prime. YF Die. And I have analysts that are also in the trading group pumping out charts. Look, charts were pumped out by the analyst during the morning right here. 2:49 in the morning, Bolt he was looking at. So it's not just me. I also do a private screen share. We also give you token metrics, which cost $80, $85 a month. And we give you access to that constantly. And that gets posted every single Monday. Look, it already got posted by my man Dingo in the token metrics room without fail. We then give you Whalebot Wrecked, which shows you who's getting wrecked. We give you Whalebot Alerts, which shows you where money's moving in the entire space. And we also give you this, which just shows you where the newest exchanges, the coins are getting added to the exchanges, right? It's an amazing place to be. Jump into the Discord. You will absolutely love it. Then we have a learning library. We're not done yet, where you can post your charts and ask people questions. What does this look like? Where you begin to become a technical analysis. This is the place where people begin to throw paint on the wall and begin to learn in a fast-paced way. So jump on into the Discord. It will be a great place for you to learn, and you'll never see anything like it again. All right. If you're on the road and you are doing a beginner's course tomorrow, yes, I'm doing no, I think I'm gonna call this short and end up home tomorrow. You know, TradingView help, autosave on or off, autosave on at all times, man. I have multiple devices, 2 computers and tablet and phone, having issues not seeing sync or drawings on coins noticed while the juxtaposed in the same devices. Autosave must be on. And you might be in a different layout. This happened to me. You could go here, and there's a layout section. Where is it? Right here? I'm trying to find it here. There's like a layout. And just make sure you're on the right layout, because if you're on 2 different layouts on 2 different devices, it won't cross, and you'll have a problem. I had that problem recently. I was in the trading group asking for help. Chris Ray, my man, gold-blooded, helped me out. He was awesome with that. So TRIAS. I mean, look at that. I mean, it is a bit of an ascending triangle, symmetrical, but it is a wedge, and it's wedging. And this is a beautiful project. I actually really like TRIAS as a project, personally. Kind of a shoulder. head and a shoulder too. It's kind of a funny little cup and handle as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it did pump to the upside with this Bitcoin move if we get a reversal, if and only if. So TRIAS, I could see TRIAS making a move. So what I want to do is I look at 10, 20 coins that all look very nice, and I'm like, well, those are the coins I'm going to go in if Bitcoin decides to make a move, right? If it doesn't, oh well. So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I maintain. Then I have alerts and I have them all set up, and then so you don't know what's going to happen. By not knowing what's going to happen makes you far more prepared. I talk about trading just like war. If you knew exactly how the enemy was going to take you out, then you have a high probability of getting taken out. They're going to hit me with a sniper from far away. So I'm not going to worry about behind me because no one's going to sneak up behind me. That's impossible. It's never going to happen. So then you don't, so you don't have your buddy watch. You don't stand behind a tree, whatever it is. So they come up from behind you, you're done. You have to believe they could hit me with this. They could do that. If you believe anything could happen to you, then you're more likely to survive the war, right? If you don't think anything can happen to you, and you think only a few things can happen to you, then it's likely that someone could snipe you. So same thing in trading. You must always think that anything could happen to you. You must always think that you could get hit from the left side, up or down, and be ready for any type of behavior. Like for instance, this doesn't look perfect, but it could be a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Even though this middle part isn't as high as that, it's still 3 heads. It still shows you that each time we got sold off to the downside, Look, and there's a dump right there as we speak. Or did I just not make? No, we just didn't put that in the chart. Yeah. Almost looks like Higanashi. It's so red. So I start maintaining. I start looking through the markets and seeing things that look scrumptious to me, like this RFUEL. For whatever reason, look at the downward trajectory here, or the upward trajectory on the downs. What I mean is the down trending up. That's trending to the upside. We've got a bit of a move here. See, compared to the rest of the market. This is wedged in, all right? And so, first, it all starts with a pattern for me, and everything else kind of goes from there. We also have a bit of a measured move here to the upside for RFUEL. So if Bitcoin maintains, gets a bounce, RFUEL will also get a big bounce. 20% gains for RFUEL. So that's on my radar, you see? But again, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to pump. And that's why my trading group is not a signals group. We're a group that's going to help you how to find a way. Like 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to think of everything you learned in this market when the market shifts on you and turns. You're going to be like, what did I do when we shifted from a bear to a bull? What do I do when Bitcoin faked us out? We went a high, but we didn't end up going too high. What did I do what levels did we watch? How did I use this? You're going to think back on certain situations in your life that you lived through with us in the trading group, and you're going to use those as backup. This is an education, a lifetime of education. Anyone can post signals group. Anyone can be like, I told you when to buy here. I told you when to sell here. Just, connect my charts and see this. Anyone could do stuff like that. I'm trying to change your brain forever. And I'm also trying to change the way you think. I'm trying to make you think differently than the masses. Make you believe that you could do anything you put your mind to. Because we say that out loud, but then we don't truly believe it. I used to say it out loud, but I was like, there was deep inside, there was this half notion that I could be anything I put my mind to. There was this half idea that I really could. But it, shift stopped working on my computer for whatever reason. RFUEL, looking tight. Bitcoin must play ball though, right? So if you're new to the channel, you must learn how to short and long. And we have a bootcamp for you too. How to short and long in the learning library. So the second you get into the group, we teach you how to short and long the market. That's the first thing you learn in the first few months. Within 2 to 3 months, you're at least you may not open a short yet, but you're privy to it. You know about it. I see people in the first 2-3 weeks start to open up shorts. So RFUEL in a tight zone here. Let's go through these red coins. You want to see coins that are looking pretty nice. Look, Uni 3L, and that's why someone asked me about Uni. Look at Uni in this cup and handle. And this cup and handle blasted to the upside. Look, had you just played this cup, they'll handle. Or had you known what a cup and handle was and made a move. Look at that. It's exactly the target. How crazy is that? For Uni. So Uni 3L is looking very scrumptious to me. It's very bullish. Something's happening with Uni. It's getting a lot of press. People are thinking about it, talking about it. I'm hearing some more, different videos about it on video, on YouTube. We're just hearing about Uni, and Uni. So Uni's on the radar. Thinking about it all the time here. 37% possible gains out of Uni 3L. Looking pretty nice to me. The 1 hour's pushing up. It's got momentum, but not where I really love it. 4-hour is beginning to push. That is a bullish cross for the 4-hour. I trade this 4-hour to the upside. Right now, it's looking bullish. Lack of any type of momentum there. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute came up and got above the zone, but it's still, So to me, I'd flag out the 15-minute. I'd like to see it stay inside of a flag. If that can continue, may continue the flag. It is pushing, though. So definitely on my radar. And you have to remember, whatever happens, the 4-hour does look somewhat bullish to me for Uni 3L. It is breaching to the upside. So Uni 3L on my radar. You might want to put it on yours. And that's a 3L token. That's an ETF, an electronically traded fund. All right? Uni 3L on KuCoin. All right. Uni 3L on KuCoin. Again, though, Bitcoin is the king daddy, and anything could happen to any trade. Remember that at any moment in time. Let's take a look at Uni itself, too. Whenever I'm trading that asset, I like to look at the actual asset. I want to see what's going on with Uni. So, look, we have it in a flag, too, already. You can see that. Possible move for 29% gains out of Uni. Let me just fix the flag. I probably just kind of threw it together last night. And Uni just got a big pop, too. Not huge, but let's see. It's up like 2 or 3% already out of that candle in the 4-hour time frame. It's a massive push up there for Uni. Wow, a 5% candle. You know, and I believe that happened in the last hour. Even 3 hours for Uni bouncing to the upside. We've been bullish on Uni in the trading group. So interesting enough. 1 hour still pushing up with momentum. I'd like to see it get above the resistance at least here. It would be awesome if it gets above here, though. You see Uni above 740. Pretty awesome. You think about it, Uni's still higher than when we got it for free. Back in the day for using Uniswap. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Digibyte, an oldie but goodie. I'm sick of that coin, though. I'm sorry if you like it. It's just not my bag. Digibyte. So if you can see, everything is attempting to maintain the same move Bitcoin's attempting to maintain, you know. 200-day moving average is really strong when you're moving through the bottom of the pattern there on the 1-hour time frame. Tight moving averages, too, for Orbit. And this coin actually has a use case. It helps social media users. I actually think I might use this one day. Orbit is interesting. I remember I was doing a deep dive on it like maybe 6-7 months ago. It's just ringing a bell in the back of my mind here. My memory is getting tripped by Orbit. Tight moving averages. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame in a bit of a beautiful flag here. Bitcoin has to play out. 1 hour. Ooh, 15-minute coming to the downside for the perfect entry. I like what I'm looking at for ORC here to the upside. So ORC on my radar for sure. Someone else gave me a scrumptious alt, and now I forgot what the alt was. Stop loss always below. If you can get it below the 200-day moving average and the nearest support zone, that becomes a really good thing to do. So I would just take this here and see just what my risk-reward ratio would be. Got to be a 3-1 or better. Yeah, 6% to gain 30. That's a 5-1. You could go all the way to a 10. Somewhere around even here possible for a move. So again, Bitcoin must play ball. But if anything pumps, I mean, this thing looks very, very nice. ORC is on my radar right now. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say you should be taken as financial advice. And I don't own any ORC. I know nothing to do with it. It just, to me, I'm just going over education. So you could post this, look at it. And if it goes up, then you can write down and you can be like, well, that's what happens when this happens. And you can use it to your advantage. So these are educational posts, educational setups. So you can watch them play out, see what happens, and then use that to your advantage and then begin to learn a trading style that makes sense to you. Okay? So I'm just showing you my trading style. You can adapt pieces of it of your own, just like a football player. You watch another, or a YouTuber, you know, a QB. You watch another QB. You learn your tutelage, but then you put your own special sauce in the way you throw that ball, right? The way you get it in, the way you scramble. So same scenario here. You're just watching a guy that's like a, you know, the QB TA. And I'm talking about different tactics and things that I do. And you can be educated by them and then decide whether you want to bring them into your life, into your trading style. Okay. And that's what my entire group is about. It's an educational group to help you maintain your own dependence in trading, to find your own special sauce so you can become a trader. A real trader, not just a fake trader, you know. No, because so many people are like, I'm a trader, but they're like, they don't have their own real, like, do they, you know, they just use like someone else's random thing or, you know, eventually I want you to create your own sense of self when it comes to trading, your own style that you can maintain. And that's when you know you really hit a key pinnacle point in trading. Because you start doing like you'll do something independent that your mentor never showed you. Like one day you'll do something I never showed you and be like, wow, like, and you'll get a tingle and you're like, man, I'm going my own way with this. Like, yeah, you always kind of grab a little bit. And look, did we not give you ENS? Did we not? I said everything ETH is pumping, and we gave you Ethereum name service for 21% gains. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have jumped into that. We had the inverted head and shoulder. Look, it looked like this. Use the replay tool too. No one on YouTube showing you how to use the replay tool. Replay tool will change your entire life. Let's double click, go zooming in here to the price action. What made me want to get into ENS? Well, number one, we had this flip up on the Stokes right there, which was pretty nice, right? We had this flip right here. Both of those told me there was a likely move coming, all right? And then we had the inverted head and shoulder, right? Which is a 68% chance you're going to break to the upside. Put a stop down here below that line or below this line. I say stop below right this line, right? And see what goes on. See if you can make 21% gains on your monkeys. And lo and behold, we play this out, and this is what I do for a living. No stop loss will get hit. And this thing would go, and hit the target. Look at that. Nailed the target. And look, the highest point it would go to was my exact target. How is that possible? Hit the target again there, make a bit of an M. Now it's consolidating. It would bounce off support. So you can see this thing now gaining momentum. All right? It's in an uptrend now. And look at this now. It's in a beautiful ascending triangle. So now it's looking pretty bullish to me. Again. Yes, I mean, and compared to the rest of the market, it does not seem to care. Also, you have to buy this. These are like getting sold out, right? People think Ethereum's going to get hot. You buy Ethereum name service. I believe this trend could continue to the upside. We found this just the other day and we nailed it. This could continue to the upside. I like ENS, Ethereum name service. And I believe it may just do the same thing it did again. You know, maintain a support and resistance. I like my stop loss below the 200-day moving average. If I can do that, it's just more likely that I'm going to be able to stay inside the trade. 22% gains for Ethereum name service. So something on my radar again too as well. 628 people on the live. 506 watchers. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Spank you so much. ENS, USTT, Ethereum name service. All right. Looking very, very nice on the 1 hour time frame. And it's getting tight in a sense. You know, it's almost a bull pennant, honestly, in my mind. Getting tight in a bull pennant. Yeah. Bang. ENS, Ethereum name service. Dreams took a beat down. Wild in a bit of a zone. Now look at Wild. We talk about Wild in this cup and handle. I told you it was one of the coins that I really like to accumulate on the lows. It was down here at 18 cents. It would blast up and go all the way to 43. Basically do a 3x. It's now maintaining. Wild. Regardless of what Bitcoin's doing, it's getting wild. Look at this. Wild also in a tight channel with the 200-day moving average moving through the bottom of the pattern. This is big. Wow. More stuffed animals? Why? You get a stuffed animal every week. Every single week. I love you, girl. So look at this. Wild looking beautiful. 1 hour is not where I want it to be. Look at to go sideways inside the tip of the wedge. And if Bitcoin dumps, this thing will dump too. Anything could happen. So I'd look for Wild to kind of come down and go lower. But I like what I'm seeing for Wild. Very interesting. And I always wake up thinking I'm never going to find anything. But then I kind of put my thinking cap on. I start my grind. And you know what? Bang, bang, bang. And you know, in the summer, I like to be in a good mood. I like to be happy. I like to just spread the love, baby. So let's take a look at Wild USDT here on KuCoin. And that's in a beautiful bull pennant as well, right? So Wild in a bull pennant, Bitcoin will have to play, for sure. Bitcoin has to play, all right? But, you know, if anything's going to push, you're playing with the 200-day moving average. You got moving to the 4 hour, and you just got to wait for the 1 hour to come on down. This is why I would set alerts in the 1 hour time frame. Me and Mr. Stuffy here. What is his name? Wally?
He doesn't have a name yet.
How about we call him Wally the Walrus?
No.
How about Wilbury?
No.
I like Wilbury.
Wilbur.
Wilbury.
No, Wilbur.
No, but there's so many Wilburs. Wilbury.
No, it's
How about Bill Barnes?
Okay, fine. It will be
Wilbury.
Satoshi.
Satoshi?
Yeah.
Okay, Satati.
Satoshi.
Satati.
Satoshi.
Satataloti.
Satoshi.
Satatamara.
Okay, he's gonna listen.
Oh, you're leaving again?
Well, yeah, because you're still working, so let's get out of here.
Okay.
Damn, this is stuffy. This is stuffy.
Oh, my back.
Summer, open the door. Let's go.
I did something to my back last night. When I go all the way back on my neck, I get sharp pains. Oh, no. Oh, no. I had to sleep in a hotel. It ruined my back. And not at my stand-up desk. You know what it is. The lifer's whining. The lifer's complaining. He doesn't have his back massage today. In a bull pennant, setting alerts on the 1 hour. And I can't even, I'm trying to read my writing here. Setting alerts on the 1 hour for a move of the Stokes to oversold. You see what I'm saying? To the oversold region. That's what we want to maintain. And make sure I add the lifers so everyone gets an alert. As long as I add crypto lifers to everything, everyone gets an alert. So we found some coins. Let's go back into the chat. Let's go back into that chat. Okay. Limited offer, beginner's course plus 3 months of the 99 trading group for $350. If you pay in crypto, email cryptolifers@gmail. A game changer for every lifer. Thank you, Love Learning. Pinch nerve, hopefully not. It could be. I hope not, though. You pinch your nerve during your sleep? Wanting not the lifer way. No bad vibes. I know. Super Chat, Sand and MBL. I thought there was another one that I thought I may have skipped. On the hourly Stokes, they are all oversold. On the 2 hours, though, through the 23 for Bitcoin. The hourly Stokes, on the hourly Stokes, they are all oversold. And on the 2 hours through the 23rd for Bitcoin. Would that also be indicative of a bounce is close? Yes, for sure. Definitely. But I've also seen the lows just get pushed down more. So you just got to watch the levels. Watch the support of resistance in these tight moments. Do something like Algo. You buy it on Coinbase and transfer it to KuCoin for super cheap. Sell that Algo for USDT. I've smashed the like so much I can't smash it anymore. Super Chat, Sand and MBL. Let's take a look at Sand and MBL. All right. Sand, baby, Sand. Can you give me some love, Sand? Can you give me some love? So Sand made a beautiful move to the upside. Boom, boom, boom. Came back down. Let's remove all my drawings. It got messy. Ooh, what I like for Sand is maintaining this trend line, though. Look at that. That is nice. And so we could be in this. Okay. All right, Sand, show me some love, baby. Let's get your bounce back to the upside here. Even if you double top, Sand for the win, right? So I want to see Sand not break this trend. Sand breaks this trend, I would end any Sand trade I was in, right? But there's a chance Sand gets the bounce with Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin's got to get the bounce. Sand will have resistance here, right at that previous area at about 131. It'll also have a little bit of resistance at this area here, at the next breach at 146. The measured move will be 164 for Sand. Interesting. About to move on the 1 hour MACD. It's got momentum here. 15-minute has room. 4 hour has legs. How about the daily? Daily could turn on you. It's in the middle just like Bitcoin, though. It could continue to the downside. Could also look at this like a rising wedge, and rising wedges break down to the beginning of their formation. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sand did dump all the way down here. It must maintain support here. It's on this high volume node. It's like it's got to hold this area. If it doesn't hold this, it goes to the high, volume area low, which is right around here. So you could see Sand all the way back at 80 cents. So yeah, so that's something we have to watch out for. Again, it's going to have to break $1 before that, right? Of course, and maybe in this zone here too. These zones here, look, bounce there. So you got some levels of support for Sand. I'd love to see a bounce for Sand. It's trying to make a bearish engulfing candle here on the daily time frame. Not a good sign, right? 4 hours attempting to maintain a pump back to the upside here. Bit of hidden bullish divergence showing signs of life, but Bitcoin must play ball, and we got to get out of the hole. So anything could happen for Sand, all right? How do we know what's going to happen? Is we go to the smaller time frames and we look for patterns. Right now, this double bottom is playing out, so hopefully we can boost out. But look, at the end of the day, you're just going to make this. To me, you're just in a bear flag. It's going to drop to the downside. So we must, basically, sand's got to get above this resistance right here at 126 to basically break out of the bear flag and negate the fact that it won't break down even more all the way to about 124. So we're watching sand, or even 120, yeah, 120, not too far from where it is, but still, that's a bear flag. That's a penny on the dollar, you know, for sand. So that's my idea for sand. It's got to get above this resistance now that it's created here and here. And there's 2 high volume nodes that it must break through again too. So pretty bearish for sand. Let's take a look at MBL. Movie block. So look, I mean, that's in a bear flag already. You see that? Right off the bat. I see it just in a flag. If that doesn't make it above this high here, it's going to be in a bearish rectangle bear flag, and I see it continuing to the downside. So the 5-minute important, or this will just continue to dump. MBL. So yeah, it looks bad to me. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger idea. So we look at blasted to the upside. We talked about it moving, and it went way above my target. I mean, look at that. 60% gains. We talked about it back here. MBL for massive gains. So we nailed it. You know, shout out to anyone that jumped on in. But that's why you must sell these coins. These coins are for swing trading and swing trading only right now. You know, there's nothing I would be holding long term except for Naka and Wild were the only 2 coins, and they weren't even good DCLs yet, in my humble opinion. You know. Yeah, so MBL movie block did bang on you for 60%. Coming back down, delete everything. You could pull like a mini fib in this area here. You are coming back down to the 886 retracement. Interesting. But you broke, in my, look, you had this nice trend line that you broke. See that? Once you broke that to the downside, you know, it's like, now you're going for the bigger supports. Here, here, and here. So that's what I'm looking at. Intro, into space. Dark, rest. Nah. I don't know about frantic. It's kind of like, I don't know about being frantic while I'm trading, you know. Doesn't do it for me, you know. I like this track here, and I like unconscious relation. It's pretty hot. This is hot. This moves. This does enough of a slap to get you going, but keeps you in the mood of trading, you know. Welcome to the cryptolifer show. Thank you for jumping on in. Each and every one of you who share the space, share the energy, and keep us moving. We're going to keep it pushing with the next track and the next TA. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. SuperChat, Sand, and MBL, we bang through those as well. Okay. The XLM transfer is pro trader moves. Oh, yeah. Hi, sir. What is the idea about the Bitcoin on the lowest price today? We went over that in depth. Hey, Lifer, you're the best. KNC, please. Send in the super chat at $1.99. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just do the right thing. You're so patient with your family. You have patience with your family. You're my mentor. Anytime, man. Prayers for the health of the lifer. Thank you, man. Already feel better already. Look at that. I always have the back and neck issues. Probably a bad knot close to a nerve. That's all it is. It's a knot close to a nerve. That's exactly what it is, man. I'll get over it. A couple days, it'll be gone. It's amazing. Live chat, posting to Discord. Boom. Love each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Well, the thing is, some people are on the live, but they can't be here. They're at work, right? So I still want them to be able to stay into what's happening on the live and not miss what's going down, you know. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. 11:37, freezing cold hotel room. So cold right now. So cold. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and what is it doing. Mondays are the worst. Sometimes I don't trade Monday mornings and Sunday nights. I mean, I'll trade if I see a good trade. I don't like not trade. You get what I mean? It's like I'm not going to be like, no. But I go in very cautious, already telling myself not to push myself into any trade. I'm like, just be easy. Your emotions will get played with on this day, you know, so be easy. So we showed you that head and shoulder idea. We got a lot going on here. Let's delete this. That already did its thing. So we got a beautiful double bottom here on the 15 confirmed so far. All right. We're just kind of, you know, we're projecting the idea that we could be making a bear flag. So we got to break above the zone. So we're talking about this same thing for Bitcoin. This falling wedge must break out. We didn't even have a wedge before. We had nothing, right? So 2-3 hours of form. We got the wedge now. This should break out the measured move. And the W as well. Let me just get rid of that. I don't need that for now. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Dip to dip. Dip to dip. So we got the double bottom so far. We did. I mean, we should have dumped even more. We did not. So far for the last couple hours, we got the double bottom. We tried to pump out of the channel. We came back. We tried to pump out of the channel, but we got a double bottom here too on the 15. Right? And we started the session with a pump, and we did at 21,700. We started the live stream at 21,007, and we believe we would get a move. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. So can this, and then if the double bottom breaks out, if we dump, measured move is taking you all the way back down here to 21,000. Even, all right? So 21K is your low for the day, someone asked. It's 21K. And then if we make this move and we break out of this, then we'll make a W. And if the W breaks up, then we have a measured move of the W right back here. And if we get above this node here, it's likely we head all the way back up to this big chunk, which would be at 22,800. So, and if we're at the bottom of the channel, we're likely to get to the top of the channel at 22,005. So I'm looking for a bounce to 22,500 for Bitcoin. Again, base, that's pattern trading 101 with the bullish divergence of the 15-minute. You know, but again, we'd have to get above this resistance first at 22,000 for any of this to happen. So I see the path of the smaller time frames, and I see the bigger time frame idea. And that's your update for Bitcoin. Everyone, I'm out for the day. That's going to be the show. Pretty sure we got most of it covered. Let me jump into the super chat, see how they're doing, see how we're all hanging out in there. Somebody with skills needs to pull audio for the live and turn it into a music video. Bang. Taking me back to my baseball life while listening to your TA. This is the best looking rooms. The price banner is fire. Taking me back to my baseball life when listening to your TA. Shout out to Bovine. This is the best. The price banner is fire. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Oh, you're saying this is the best looking room, like you like the live stream room that I created. Thanks, man. I worked really hard to create this room. Spent a long time on it. And shout out to Porter Rock for helping me get that ticker going. Porter, you're the man, dude. And then, you know, where there's a will, there is a way. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just want to get that blue at the bottom there. That's right. But you can do anything you put your mind to. Thank you so much. Yeah, we get the little face cam. You know, you got to keep the cam. So when you're traveling, it's hard to bring a bunch of lights, right? So it's a lot easier not to green screen and just to get it in. And this is fun. Look, I'm not even on the screen. Yes, you can't see the ticker, but you can see the ticker when I show you what the ticker is. Can you look at LDO? Shout out to Stuart Plummer. Yes, anytime. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on and appreciate each and every one of you. That's facts. No, you the man. No, you the man. Porter Rock, man, you're working like the speed of light, man. You're becoming superhuman, Porter. You're working like Iron Man. It's insane. Let's take a look at LDO. So cold in here. Leonardo. LDO. So the first time when I look at anything, I look at it on the daily time frame. Wow, this thing's been pumping on the daily. I wish you had told us about LDO 2-3 days ago. We would have gotten in at 61. It's at 154 LDO. But look at it making a beautiful flag. Look at this. Suggesting that it may continue to the upside. Flags are nice. Flop on those moving averages. I'd like to see it touch the 21-day, but look at that. I mean, LDO looking scrumptious. I wouldn't be surprised if it went for more gains. 100% gains out of LDO. Wow. Little far apart. Wait for these to get a little closer, a little more consolidation. But LDO looking pretty scrumptious to me. Thank you for putting LDO on the radar. And you might be able to trade this on BolsaDex, everybody, which we have access to. If you can't trade Binance.com, you can trade BolsaDex. So that's something you want to be looking at. All right. And that's going to be the last coin. And then I'm out of here for the day, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. We just did a Bitcoin update too. Exactly what I see happening for Bitcoin. Breaking it down. All right. Trade smart in the week, everyone. I'll see you on the live tomorrow. Shout out to Gregory, the sniper. Shout out to DJ Porter Rock. Shout out to Love Learning, Cal DeRonster, everyone that makes the live stream. Shout out to all my producers, my sponsors. No, we don't have it. But shout out to all the producers of the show. Shout out to BB Price for always running the wires and the cables in the background. Shout out to Summer Price for running the levels, keeping the mic right. Shout out to Nyla Price for making me happy and keeping everything going on. Shout out to the whole Price team for keeping us moving throughout the day. Shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Last month, which will be a good USDT Bitcoin lesson, we will find it and post it to Discord. Remind me. Oh yeah, we did it yesterday, Porter Rock, remember? Yesterday, the day before. Have a great day, peeps. Later. Crypto is life. Everyone, believe in yourself. You can, you will. You are the best version of yourself. Every single day, add to yourself. You can, you will, you are. Find Joe Dispenza. Watch his videos. They will change your life. You can rearrange your brain. You can meditate yourself out of any situation. I'm telling yourself, I did it. You did it. We can do it together. If you haven't done it, I can help you on your way. So shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Live in love. Love is the strongest frequency in the world. If you live in love, you're going to get so many things done. You're going to get the best success that you've ever had in your life. I'm telling you right now. All my success comes from my ability to live in love. I'm telling you that right now. That is the number one move where everything began to change. And when you live in love, you have gratitude for every moment and every day because you realize that that's how you get through every moment and every day. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. Be careful, Fed meetings. We have a lot of craziness going on. We're not going to overtrade. We're not going to overpost today. This is definitely an observation day. Don't force yourself into a trade. You don't have to do anything at all. Let everyone else make the emotional decisions. Watch the dust settle, clean up, and get in like an institution, like a bot. We will show you the way. We'll show you how to think clearly in this market. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful time. If you're with your family on summer vacation, enjoy your children, enjoy your kids, and have a good day. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Be safe. Crypto's life. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you on the next live stream. Crypto is life. Hey, Billy, I just saw you say, oh, well, can I help you, Billy? Is there anything I can show you? Let me go through what Billy asked for here. It's just hard to maintain with the chat. That's why potassium, sodium balance, and magnesium plus calcium help with tight, camping muscles, stretch, and hydrate. I'm all about that magnesium, baby. I keep it on me. I keep magnesium on me. Can you believe that? No, I really do. You probably don't believe me, right? I got magnesium. Did I take it last? I think I forgot. I was supposed to put it in a water bottle. But I got Mag Soothe. It's a magnesium product. Gives you magnesium every night. Help you maintain. I'll be back right as rain. Don't worry, I'll be good. We'll make it through. Oh, I left a tripod back there. Summer, you want to say bye? Nah, you're right. Tell them.
What?
Tell them what comment, subscribe, all the nice things that they need to do. Look at the camera up there.
Make sure to comment, subscribe, and hit the like button and the notification button.
Crypto is life.
Crypto is life. Wait, what happened to the
1, 2, 3. Crypto is life.